Before we start the video, make sure you check the description to join our giveaways.
You probably won't have caught wind of Iexec RLC digital currency, yet this is quite possibly of the most interesting and significant innovation that the crypto market has. The thought is to empower different PCs to utilize your PC's assets, which is primarily figuring power, to perform innumerable computations. The one that rents out their assets gets compensated by the individuals who need it. This thought is the same old thing, as the circulated processing and eco-registering moved in the beginning of PCs. The thought was to empower an organization of PCs to perform calculations that could contend with supercomputers. In the event that an organization of PCs can't straightforwardly rival supercomputers, it's a good idea for the organization to cooperate and do similar computations. This is all accomplished at a generally lesser cost than building a supercomputer without any preparation. In any case, enough about supercomputing. We should find out about thrilling Iexec RLC projects shaped only a couple of years prior and are presently offering novel and fundamental arrangements that can assist with building the fate of PCs and decentralized applications before very long. The ongoing business sector strength position of number 288 isn't a lot to make it appealing crypto. So we should investigate the Iexec RLC cost forecast and its authentic cost examination, track down the most dependable value projections, and perceive how this computerized coin cost is doing. So we should start. What is Iexec RLC? Iexec RLC is a main supplier of blockchain-based decentralized processing. The Iexec RLC decentralized commercial center associates asset suppliers with asset clients. This empowers anybody with the processing asset to adapt and lease figuring powers to the individuals who need those assets, whether it be for confounded computations or taking care of huge informational collections. The CEO and fellow benefactor of the Iexec RLC project, Geofedic, was a specialist in equal and dispersed frameworks and realizes how distributed computing functions. This information, joined with the digital currency market model, permitted the organizer to track down a better approach for making an answer for an issue that has existed throughout recent decades. The Iexec biological system incorporates four fundamental qualities it endeavors to convey. This is decentralization, development, establishing a feasible climate, and opportunity to make, improve, and add to making a superior world. By expecting to give decentralized applications running on blockchain networks with processing power, the diagram of Iexec RLC was most certainly gone to turn into a valuable device in the blockchain registering space. The Iexec network used research advancements created by the INRIA and CNRS research organizations in desktop grid figuring. The possibility of desktop grid, otherwise called volunteer computing, is to gather registering assets that are not used, to execute huge equal applications at a lower cost when contrasted with a customary supercomputer. The Iexec RLC additionally depends on StreamWebHep, which is an open-source desktop grid programming. This product carries out a layer of fundamental highlights, including adaptation to non-critical failure, multi-clients, mixture frameworks, public designs, multi-applications, information the executives, and responsibility. It likewise sends virtual pictures notwithstanding the above highlights. The task likewise means to make a better-than-ever proof of contribution, POCO, convention. This will empower off-chain agreement, and outer assets will have the confirmed utilization assets on the actual organization. The Iexec RLC makes a solid foundation that can advance disseminated administration and give an elite exhibition and versatile organization. It wouldn't be a major shock before very long in the event that each DeFi application out there begins to involve the Iexec RLC assets for their own calculations. Iexec RLC Technical Analysis. For the year 2021, the RLC value kept on revitalizing up in a magnificent improving design for the main quarter. This upturn was great since it pulled back to the 50-day moving normal, showing that the market was intrigued regardless of the cost pulling back on events. This went on for a considerable length of time before a gigantic volume pushed the RLC cost fundamentally up to the degree of $12. Be that as it may, this was where the value neglected to support itself. From that point forward, the RLC has been exchanging the downwards force forcefully. By taking a gander at the accumulation, distribution pointer, we can see an over-the-top loss of market revenue as the line downtrends. In the long stretch of July 2021, the RLC cost recuperated and contacted the 50-day moving normal, and it had kept up with its cost between the scopes of $3 and $6 for practically the whole 2021. However, the cost fell further in 2022, and the Iexec RLC cost today is at $0.7866, way underneath the 50-day moving normal worth of $1.45. This recommends that a further misfortune in the cost of the RLC token can be seen as it might precede the downtrend. The above diagram shows how the unpredictability expanded as the RLC cost expanded in January 2021. The RSI pointer made an overbought signal, and the instability expanded, as demonstrated by the Bollinger Bands. In any case, this unpredictability increment was nothing contrasted with the Iexec RLC cost rise and high unpredictability of May 2021, when the cost unexpectedly spiked in only a solitary day, bringing about a cost increment of over 100%. This was the most noteworthy kept expansion in the cost. The ongoing state of the RLC coin shows that it is closely oversold locale in the RSI marker, and it very well may be really smart to attempt to turn around positions. Yet, utilizing a pattern following model, switching this position and sell the Iexec RLC token is better. According to our point of view, the Iexec RLC token might drift sideways for the next few months, so we accept it is smart to follow the RSI marker's signs for the present moment. Long-haul financial backers can begin buying when the symbolic cost breaks out vertical from the 20-day breakout period, which will guarantee that the financial backer isn't presented to a higher gamble. Likewise, long-haul financial backers can likewise increment positions throughout the next few years to lessen the expense premise of the token and gradually gather more RLC coins at a lower cost. Iexec RLC price prediction 2022. As indicated by our Iexec RLC cost expectation, the base incentive for 2022 is anticipated to be 50 cents. The typical cost level is supposed to rotate around 80 cents, while the Iexec coin's most extreme value level might reach $1.05 according to our Iexec RLC figure. Iexec RLC price prediction 2023. In view of our RLC value figures and cost visualization, the typical Iexec RLC cost is supposed to be $1.10. The base cost and most extreme cost level according to the Iexec RLC figure